Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the beginning of a brand new adventure. Welcome to Red Dirt County Survival. This is going to be a brand new deal right here on Twitch and on YouTube. So, hello, everybody that have come to jump in at the very beginning here on Twitch. And for all of you guys that are watching this on YouTube, of course, you guys are going to get a little bit of a cut down still. Of course, the outros and intros will be cut out completely for you guys and replaced with the proper outro for YouTube. But yeah, outside of that, basically, you guys are going to get the exact same thing. We are gonna try not to do a bunch of cutting. We're gonna not be doing a lot of that kind of stuff. This is going to be a survival. This is going to turn into kind of an RP type of deal, more than what the Lost Farm was going to be. We did a new series for, or we did a season 2 of the Forgotten Farm. We moved over to maps and did all of our stuff. And yeah, I didn't like it. So, yeah. Basically, the story of this... Hold on, let me join this bot real fast. Okay, so this story. Of course, you guys all figured out that in the last episode of the Forgotten Farm, we had made an agreement with the bank. We were supposed to have that farm. It was supposed to be ours. Well, what we didn't expect was that the bank was just as corrupt as the city. So they came after us. They came for my truck. I raised absolute hell because they weren't getting my truck. And I went to go sue the company and everybody that was involved, and simply the farm lost. And so it brings us here to the start of Red Dirt County Survival. Basically, anybody that jumps in, whether it be friends or if even some of you guys want to jump in, there's only 5 slots on the server, so I'm not going to say that, oh, everybody and their mother is going to be able to come jump in on this. But if any of my friends or, you know, the girlfriend wants to jump in and do some stuff, they can. So the really, really cool thing is I'm doing something completely different than I've ever done before. I am going to be doing Hotshot trucking. So I'm not going to work for a big company. I'm just going to be a normal dude that has, you know, a truck and a trailer and a little bit of land, you know, building over my head, yada, da, da, da. I'll do deliveries for if someone buys a brand new tractor. I'm going to pick those tractors up and I'm going to deliver that to the farm, the logging company, whatever it shall be. I mentioned 2 things there I want you to pay attention to: logging and farming. Of course, Ryan and Liam are both going to be around here for Red Dirt, but none of us are doing the same thing. The only people that are going to be doing the same thing at the very beginning here is myself and Sav, or Savannah, also known as Operator Nova, also my girlfriend. So she will be joining me as a hotshot trucker. Basically, just simply until she gets to learn the game really well. She's, you know, gonna be more of a detriment than anything to be on a farm. But yeah, so Liam is going to be doing logging. He actually got on just a little bit earlier while I was setting up some stuff here on the server. I actually have some mods that sadly do not work. I'm gonna have to be taking them out, but yeah. We got on and we bought fields. So basically everybody's gonna start with $25,000. I ended up spawning in a little bit more money for myself just simply because I was testing out some grass cutting mods that sadly just don't work, and I don't know if the grass cutting mod is cross-platform. I will have to go look, and I will be looking after this live stream. Hopefully Discap will remember that. So add a note, Discap, to look for that. But yeah, so I am doing a really long gated introduction for this just simply because we have stripped a lot of the mods out, and we will be adding more mods and aging out mods as we use them. But for right now, we don't need a lot of mods just simply because you only start with $25,000 to your name. It is enough to buy a truck, a land, and maybe some other really small stuff. But that's basically it. That's kind of the purpose of this series, is for you to be able to figure out, can I make it work? And so we're going to jump into the F-150, or also known as the 250 on the sides of this. We're going to run down to my field. Actually, is in neighboring Liam's. So we got done with the paperwork and all that, and yeah, we're gonna race down here. I'm not exactly sure what anything looks like. I know Liam, or Mr. Chick Anders, I believe, is who I think I was hearing rumored was moving down here. I think all of us moved down this way. There's that. Okay. There's his. He did get a little tuck. Okay, so this is his, which means this. Yeah, this should be ours. Cool. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, this is home. And so you guys might notice on the truck, I already have my gooseneck, which actually may or may not kind of screw me when trying to load wood, because simply the only way we can get money right now is by wood. So I do have a little machete that I brought back from the old ranch, and this is gonna be as glorious as we're gonna get. So only one thing we can do, that's start cutting, and I'm gonna cut fairly high. Oh, I didn't mean to. Right, meant to cut it from there, so it... Alright, well, that's not a good way to be welcome to the community. Why not just hack off all the limbs here? The machete is basically just a reskin of the chainsaw. For all of you guys that do not know, if you run up and down your log with a chainsaw, it will eliminate all of it. Really, really neat. This guy actually seems crap. I fell it onto his deal, so that's not great. Oh well. Can I? No, that was wishful thinking. start hacking at it. Not allowed to cut it anymore. Come on. I might be able to... actually, see if they have anything. On my price range, at least. Crap. I need something that I can just kind of scooch this with, and everything is really expensive. And so yeah, we can't we can take loans out, but of course you're going to be paying it back. So you know what? This Ford, I need something short term that has like a winch. Let's see if I can buy... Can't buy this guy, but that would be beneficial. You know what? Screw it. We'll be the first one to pull a loan out. Of course, I can see the buying of crap and testing, so don't mind the money down there, you guys, because that's a little inflated as I was testing some stuff. The thing is, I have money to play with now. We're gonna make this look fairly nice. No star needed there. Mirrors, yeah, because I'm gonna be on the roadway. I could do a 3-point attachment. I'm gonna take the standard deal off, just make it a flatbed. Seats are gonna go to white and black, just to make it where I can make them really dirty. Okay, and now... Actually, that might have opened me up to being able to buy... No, I'm gonna buy the tilt deck. Yeah, we're buying the tilt deck already. Trailer, yep. Cool. I have a little bit more money. And now... we're gonna run down here to the shop. Because I believe it's... could be just right down the road. Maybe? Oh, no, that's the... tractors. Okay. Cool. Yellow. And there they are. Cool. A little laggy. Don't mind the lag, ladies and gentlemen. Alright. Already pulling the first load of the series out. But it'll be alright. Ooh. She's not gonna fare well when I put some wood on her, but she's only gotta do just a little bit of work. Then I'm gonna try to upgrade as much stuff as fast as possible. Alright, oh, really? Okay. Gonna have to really cut this stuff down. Gee, many Christmas. Ooh. Oh, just ding up the trailer already. God dang it. Ooh, ew. Because yeah, as much wood as I can get down here as possible, we're gonna be a little bit smoother with it this time around. So we're not smacking crap all over the place. As it gets to the top here, should become lighter. But it's not going to be, it looks like. So, yeah, there are going to be some rules in place that you guys will recognize from the other playthrough, Season 1 of Forgotten Farms. If you guys were, of course, a viewer over there for that. But we cannot take contracts at all. So, contract work is forbidden. What the hell? Whatever. That's fine. So yeah, contract work cannot be done at all. You cannot hire AI workers. Everything must be done on your own. Or unless you are hiring other people. So, of course, for me, having Savannah, it just goes by Sav. It will be that every month I am going to be taking out I'm gonna say like $700-800 just RP out paying her. So that is my rule of thumb. Ooh. Let's pack that guy right there, actually. See if I can grab a whole... Huh? What? I thought... Oh, no. This doesn't have a winch. Crap. All right, well, that's... I should have looked at that. Issue is I don't know where anything is, so let's go look at the prices. This is just gonna be wood. August. Oh. Oh, that's convenient. How much is that? 150,000. All right. Gonna have to monopolize. 'Cause that is basically my thing, is I want to try to monopolize and buy all the production as quickly as possible. Mm. Let's get over here, guys. Oh boy. We got a shoeing on in here. Looks like got a worker here. Howdy, bud. Bringing you some logs. Yeah, I'm new. Yeah, lovely to meet you. Yeah, there you go. Have a good one. So I'm running into his deal. My bad, man. Sorry. All right. Oh, crap. I guess what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this back. Crap. I have really royally screwed myself. I saw the winch on the front of it and I thought, oh, God, I forgot. Good brakes. But yeah, I thought that meant that this had a winch on it, but I was very, very wrong. Put that down. We're gonna say goodbye to this. 19K. That's not enough. That is not enough. Crap. I'm gonna have to borrow another another 5K. Yeesh. Oh. Oh, I don't like that. I don't like that at all. Alright. Well, at least if someone makes a poor decision like I just did, they can call on me. I'm only gonna be able to buy just the stocky. I can get rid of 10. Now, you know what? I'm gonna buy the covers. If I'm loading logs and crap into it, I don't want to go through my... Oh, never mind. Alright. Oh. Alright, cool. Well, here we are again. This is gonna even do worse, isn't it? Yep. Screw it. We're doing it. It may not be legit, but it don't gotta be legit. Just gotta do its job. For even just a little bit. Oh, that's, yeah. There we go. Excuse me. Here. Oh, yeah, it's B. This tree's actually pulling me. Alright, they are making progress. It's the reason I needed this guy. Alrighty, well, lesson learned. Let's choke up on this a good bit, shall we? So that is control, okay? Watch the loop of the winch come in. Very, very neat. Yep, there we go. And we are Brought up. Almost onto the field. Holy crap, this tree was very large. Alright. There we go. Cut off that because fuel is going to be important to try to keep under control. Ow, crap. Threw that into my spleen. Alright, cool. As I just kept it on again. Can I not pop the tailgate here? Oh yeah, I can. Just that. Cool. Oh god. Gently does it. We'll cut it. About there. Get some of that weight off the back of this. That's why I wanted the glass protector. Yeah, I was going to do that eventually. It's already squatting. Lovely. Lovely jubbly. Walk it a few meters. Or a few feet. Cut it again. I didn't do a great job at limbing that apparently. Oh, I don't think I could delimit, that's why. Because it was in his field. Cool. Is that really gonna give me all of that, really? Usually it will round off the deal. So long. Alright. She's doing pretty good. I might actually not need the trailer yet. Because... Jeez. Oh, God. As long as I'm not trying to put the wood through the back windshield. Oops. Or tossing the wood into itself. What is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 pieces of log. Not too shabby. If we can pull it. Or the trailer, that being. Hopefully it will. It'll be alright. We're kissing the ground a little bit, but that's alright. I don't mind at all. As long as it doesn't get caught up in the grass and crap. It's been a long time. Oh, there we go. Been a long time since I've done any sort of tree working in the game. It actually feels really good to finally be back doing some logging. I just wish that Giants would get around to actually fixing their their hand controls when carrying logs instead of just throwing logs halfway across the map. That'd be awesome. Actually, I just saw this. I was talking to Nova last night, the girlfriend. But I was looking at DLCs of games and that kind of stuff, as of course some games right now are on sale and even some DLCs and whatnot. And went to go look at the Farming Sim, and here, October 27th of this year, they are going to be doing an alpaca and coffee update. So there's alpaca, new South America map coming out, and a new type of cows. So really, really cool. I am super excited to see what that all entails. Of course, we have some really cool new coffee harvesters, or new harvesters to do the coffee with. So that's going to be neat to see that. And actually, I hate to say it, but it may actually get me into playing some of those smaller stuff maybe here down the road, because when it comes to like grapes and that kind of stuff, I don't do any of it. I've never had the interest of growing like the grapes or doing the wet bed for the oops, that's what I mean by throwing your wood across the map. Come on, Giants, it's been how many years? At least a year since this game's been out. Like, I'd much appreciate if you could try to fix that. But one log back here, we're gonna strap it down good. But yeah, no, that'd be really cool, because then I might actually start doing some of the more special stuff, like the beans and that kind of stuff that require a specialty harvester, because simply I don't usually use any of the specialty harvesters because I never really ever plant those kind of deals. So that'll be neat to see down the road. I'm actually gonna end up buying this trailer, by the way. So sell the car trailer and then do the actual log trailer that comes with this, because then it's not gonna be super overweight. But we'll get this tree all sold away, and we'll get that all done up and good. Whoa. Yeah, she's a little tongue heavy, as you guys could probably venture a guess. Alright, cool. Oh wow, that was okay. Cool. That's money very, very worth getting back. Just to put into the trailer. You John Deere green with black tire. Alright, cool. go get that log trailer now. And surprise, surprise, you guys, this handles so much better when you don't have a tongue-heavy trailer on it that's lifting up the front tires. So that's neat. But no, it feels really good being on a new map. We took a lot of mods and stuff out. Crude oil, really big husbandry stuff. We had mods that allowed 2,000 sheep, which was very insane. So yeah, took a lot of those mods out that simply shouldn't have been within the mod pack from the get-go. So that's really neat. And yeah, we're on a map that feels really good as well. All right, now that we got the trailer, I'm not having to risk putting a piece of wood through my back window. Again, we're gonna cut this with a little bit of a slant, so we'll fall a little bit easier. Perfect. We'll do the same with this guy. Give it a little bit more of a cut. Perfect. It's down. And we're gonna do 3 trees here. Now that we have that trailer. Oh my god, this is a big tree. All right, I think I'm going to invest in a I'm gonna store it. Actually, you know what? No, I'm gonna sell it. Just get $40 back off of it. But we do have a few modded chainsaws. And I know this guy sounds really good. But I think I'm gonna just go with a normal steel. Or a smaller blade. Because looking around, these all seem to be really skinny trees. So yeah, we're gonna... I will say the other one. That our logger, Mr. Liam. It sounds way better. You know what? Nah. If we're doing it, we're gonna do it right too. We're gonna enjoy the good old sound of this. Sounds healthy. I like it. Toss it away here for just a second so we can... That's nice. Oh yeah, that's real nice. This sucker's gonna be heavy. This is a pine tree, so they're pretty hardy trees. Don't want to hit that button. Oh, we can actually pick up a little bit more than I was anticipating. Oop, I got a little zealous on that cut, apparently. Put that guy right there. And, I guess what we're gonna do for a second is we are gonna be doing some stuff here. Water winch. Uh, hmm. A dilemma. What does this go on? Oh, yes. Cool. I've put a fair few forestry mods in, if you guys couldn't tell by that first glance. But it's because I knew we were actually gonna have people doing forestry, and the fact that a lot of us at the very beginning here, that's what you're gonna be stuck doing, is forestry. Because you gotta make money at the beginning, unless you want to take a loan out and kind of screw yourself with loans at the beginning, like I did. All right, let's grab this guy, and instead of moving it twice, could just whoa. That was a little fast. What we got there, and we're all in one piece. These guys might be a little a little small. Can you not? Oh, okay. Uh, yeah, these are not gonna be long enough. We would have actually done better with just using the flatbed. We'll, oh, actually, that's on the axle, that's why. We can just jam a little bit of stuff on it. We'll actually be alright. Having fun? I am doing your job. I may or may not have had to pull a loan out. Which, honestly, I don't really hate the fact that people are going to have to pull a loan out if they want nicer stuff. Like I've done. Oh god, that's, yeah, that was in the tire. Oh, need pop a tire. Actually, is that... Oh, cool. So yeah, I've already sold my truck off, basically. As you can tell, I sold my truck off already. It lasted all of 30 minutes. Until I went, yeah, no, I don't need the truck. I need something that I can haul stuff with. That, and I may or may not have caused myself headache by cutting a tree down into your field, so I had to buy something with a winch so I could pull it away from your field so I could cut it up more. It was a headache. But it's done. It's over. And now I have other stuff now. Oop. But yeah, I may or may not have a loan now because of it, which sucks, but womp womp, as some people would say. All right. Womp womp, yeah. Exactly. The womp womp action. Alright, and with that, yeah, it's gonna be in the tire. It's fine. Where's the rest of the tree? Oh, over here. Right. Oh yeah, nice long pieces of wood. What I want. Ah, okay. It wants to go up front. This is what I want. This is what I need. I need big logs. Big log. Too heavy? Oh, dang. Really? Alright. I'll stop being overzealous. Do some quick. Strapping. Man, this tree is super thick compared to that other one I had just cut down. No wonder I'm having issues carrying cuts. She's thick. She's a thick girl. There we go. Yeah, only one strap. I'll hold it. I think I have maxed out as much as I'm gonna get. Which, not as much as I thought it was gonna be. But she's thick. She's thick and she's heavy. So, we'll go drop this off. Hope and pray we don't lose anything. And as we're doing this, I'm gonna come here. We're gonna pay off some of that loan. Nice thing is, even if you have to grab a little bit of a loan, it's actually really not that much. I would have not had as big of a loan if I hadn't been stupid and not read that the other side-by-side I had grabbed at first didn't have a winch. Woo! Go drifty. Oh. And there's a female working right now. Howdy, doll. Nine. No. I will one day have the ability to do that. There's 3K. Very, very nice. And now... Oh. You can only repay in 5,000 increment. That's too bad. Whatever. I wonder how good the fields are, because we should. We do have precision farming. That's all clay. That's 50% clay. That's all loam. That's all loam. And let me guess, all loam? Okay, cool. So, it looks like I've ran into a tree. But it looks like... Oh. Looks like I have Austin powered myself. But it looks like the further north you go, the more loam you're going to have. So, that will be really good information for people like Ryan, who's actually going to be doing the farming. He wants to go north. Where the rest of us, we don't care if we buy a field with loam or not, because I ain't planting anything, and the cool thing about trees is they don't care if it's really nice soil. They'll grow in anything as long as you give it enough water. All right, I'm gonna make this cut here, this cut right about here. And hopefully these are starting to... No, they're not. I was saying, hopefully they're going to be light enough that we can start getting... Golly, these are dense. Alright. That really sucks, because I was really wanting to start getting bigger cuts, which I guess we technically are. We're just not glorious yet. Give me the... Thank you. Give me it. I'm worth it, as some people would say. Alright, neat. But we are starting to get to where we can start cutting a little bit longer. I didn't cut that long enough. So it's gonna go up against the front there. And this little baby going to the back of the side by side. Right about there. I can feel it. I can almost lift it. Oh! Oh, God. Okay. Maybe I need to start lifting from the way I'm going to be going, so I'm not tossing crap. Tie that down so it don't roll anywhere else. Oh, into the spleen. I need to go to the hospital now. Okay. It's nice loading going on right now. As if I'm learning. We'll toss this as kind of a bridge here. Strap that guy there. Strap that guy there. Oh, nice. I can drag the rest over and on too. And because DOT would not like that, we'll cut that right there. Got rid of a little bit, but that's all right. Cool. That's that done. This is different wood. This is Scotch pine. I am having lots of troubles carrying over, apparently. Yep. Tie that there. Tie that there. There. Jump at this guy. We'll move it a little bit closer, so we're not having to walk as far. Pretty darn close right there, if I say so myself. I'll cut this right here in the middle again. Get rid of a little bit of the top there, because apparently it was too thin to be worth value. Cut that. And cut that off. Let that guy settle in there. Very nice. I didn't mean to teleport into this, but I guess that will work. Okay. This is mind numbing. The trees. But it's all good fun. Part of the series is the beginning of this is supposed to feel very grindy. Because I want the sense of pride whenever you buy your first small tractor or your first whatever. Alright, see you later, Liam. But yeah, that's what we're going for, is that sense of pride when you get your first deal and you're actually able to start doing the stuff you want to do, whether that be farming or your first real thing for logging, so forth and so on. So that's kind of the reason why I designed season 2 to be something where we really took the lessons that we got from season 1 as these characters, of course, as they were all super new, of course, and now, you know, we're able to take $1 million farm and made it into something. Now the challenge for us is, can we design our own farm and make it? Or can we design our own company and achieve success? Or will we fail trying? And so far, I think I am doing splendidly. Because we are racking trees up very, very nicely. That other one doesn't want to come with me, apparently. Whatever. Stacking these logs like we know what we're doing, and I like that. Ooh, that's where it was right by the stump. This is pretty thick. She's gonna be cut small and gonna be cut to go into the back of the gator. There we go. Game was bugging out just a little bit, not wanting me to pick this cut back up. Alright, this is gonna be Ponderosa pine, so this is gonna be super heavy. So we're gonna do a better job at the lemon. And we are gonna cut as much of this. This actually is gonna go real high, so I'm not gonna cut it anymore. That's not gonna go into the back of the dill, actually. That's fairly decently parked. See if that's too much. More than likely. Ooh, actually, it's not. Thank goodness. I can just shove that right in here. Right there. Give a quick strap in so it don't go nowhere. And we're gonna get close to being able to put both of these trees in here. Which that will be really nice. One less trip of gas up into the logging area. Because, yeah, I'm gonna not be looking forward to having to pay for all of the gas and whatnot. I think I'm gonna start. Yeah, you know what? Let's just go deliver this. This is a nice $3,000 to $4,000 right here. Probably even a little bit more, maybe. Hopefully, we're a little heavy. I can definitely feel it. You can definitely see that she is as squatted as she can be. She is on the frame. So yeah, let's go unload this. Yeah, we're slowly but surely making a little bit of money. Ooh, the brakes do not work when you are that loaded down. I'm actually gonna look at something. This is the biogas that's are filled here. Can we do anything fancy and all in one husbandry? So this is to make cheese. That is that I'm not sure what all that is, so I'll look into that model a little bit more. Those are gonna be about 39K. Hmm. We have a different um dill in for this season as well. Different AGI dryer. That's neat. All right, so those, yeah, are about 39K. The game ones are about 36. So what is... Oh. Okay, so you can have the shed on or off. That's cool, I guess. I would probably do it without the shed and just put a shed underneath or over it. But yeah, I don't know. I'm kind of like that. Got all the bakery stuff, sugar mill, spinnery, or sawmill, which is what I'm gonna be looking at here really shortly. But that will be for way later. Not something I can do right about now, and I'm gonna have to focus on tree planting at some point in time, which means I need a tractor that can do the tree planting for me, and then a lot of money for uh for trees. Holy crap. Are those expensive? 26. 6 trees. Not bad. 250. A lot of money though. Holy crap. Park that right there. 5K. Engine belts are really loud. Oh, okay, that. Um, Actress is really heavy on the back of this. That's not a good look. Also, I really feel like I should oh, never mind. Can't do that. Just gonna say I could undermine Liam and buy 24. That's a lot of money. Okay. Oh, we're getting to the base of the tree, so it's gonna be really heavy. Cut these down one more time. All right, and then we'll figure out kind of where we're at money-wise, because I've already kind of configured out what I'm wanting to do early game. And that's gotta unfasten all of those guys. Okay, we're good now. That was my bad for not unfastening those while I was driving, like I did the last time. Made it a little bit easier when grabbing logs. But yeah, I'm gonna need about 45k to grab something to do the lawn cutting with, because I'm gonna do lawn cutting and then I'll cut grass, sell grass, and then eventually get into doing silage. Then the silage will be my main profit. So I'm gonna just kind of hope and pray that I can get enough wood and enough money from the wood to be able to buy a small tractor that I found, and then of course the silage pit and all that. And I'm gonna only do that for probably the first year, as people are establishing their businesses. I will do kind of my own stuff and get a little bit of income so I can afford some of my stuff, my low boys and that kind of stuff that I'm gonna need to be able to haul tractors and that kind of stuff for them. And I will actually be keeping the small tractor for a good while, just simply in case if people end up buying if they end up buying a planter or a seeder, something of the alike, and they need someone to pick it up because they can't, as they are, busy doing something, then they can give me a shout and just be like, hey, we got a planter at the deal. I need you to go pick it up. And of course, at that point in time, we'll have kind of a few questions. Just be like, all right, well, how much was the planter, so forth and so on. Because I have a whole little sheet already made up on Discord for prices of everything that will I'll be tossing to those guys and being like, all right, well, if your stuff is this expensive, it's gonna be like 20K. Just as, of course, we gotta make a fair bit of money ourselves, and of course, delivery fees are gonna be expensive, as of course they are in real life. So, and I like to say it, but if you have big boy money to be buying big boy toys, then you have the big boy money to pay the big boy delivery fees as well. And if they don't like it, then they will be able to figure out by getting in contact with their other neighbors. And if they're not busy, then they can grab a ride from someone instead of paying me my share of moolah to use my diesel and my equipment to go grab your stuff. So that is how we are planning it, and that's how we're doing it. That's stuck in there. Perfect. We're gonna grab this guy right here. Cut it a little bit steep. Pull it into my area there. Nice old pine tree. We'll also oh, I need a hold on. That guy tipping not the way I want it to tip. We're gonna tie that. Oh, okay, or not. Alright, it fell that way. That's fine. This guy needs to continue to fall. Oh, it's falling backwards. I've cut it at too steep of an angle. So she's actually falling back on itself. Oh, well. We'll be able to drag these guys back to the farm. Or what's gonna turn into our logistics area. That guy fell that way, that's fine. I need you. Not that guy, this guy. Okay. We'll cut it here. We'll cut it where I can. And we will start grabbing. Okay. Whatever. We'll start dragging. Trees back. Except for I'm all wrapped up in the root or the trunk. That's my bad. Yep. Grab that. I didn't double cut that guy, so perfect. But this isn't too much. It's not, thankfully. We'll pull it onto our lot as well. Nice sturdy chain on this. Keeps on the wheel back and forth. Grab a little bit of traction. Again, we're gonna kind of be stupid with the chain, which in real life would absolutely break that. There we are. Cool. Now we can not cut our tire, which we absolutely would have. Just cut right through that tire. Game mechanic being weird there. And we're gonna stick that guy right there. We'll start this. And we'll continue doing what we've been doing for the last hour and a half. Keep throwing logs. I should go attempt to recover that other tree that we fell the wrong way. Just possibly. Because he is definitely in the field that we do not own. This I know I cut a handful of times. I don't know where that other piece of cutoff went. That's the stump. Oh. Let's actually clean this up because it's kind of in the way. I like double stacking the logs like this. I can cut 2 logs at once. Hope I can. Nope. Darn. Even this guy? Too much. Alright. Cut him in half. And if we have to cut him in half, we can cut him in half again. That doesn't look like we're gonna need to. Very nice. They're actually locking properly. Also, if you guys heard something in the background, it's Operator Nova coming in and checking out what was going on here. through that guy. This guy should be able to be cut nice and neat up here. Another long piece. Get that over there. Let it fall and settle into its position. These straps are having one hell of a time trying to figure out where I'm putting the next piece of wood. They're all sorts of cockeyed. Alright, and now I was hoping I would have been a little bit stronger. Picking up all this wood, you would think you'd get stronger. Good exercise this. Alright. There only one cook up right there, yeah. Okay. Interesting. Smack my head on that wood. Really? Still can't carry that. But that would have been way short enough. Actually. Toss them in here. Not into my windshield or window, either one. Alright, neat. Now, I'll recover this tree I put into the neighbor's area. Grab that guy. That on here. Actually, select it properly. This guy's gonna go right there. Grab this with R. Attach that there with B and just give it a good old yank. Hopefully we'll miss the trees. I believe we're gonna be looking good enough that we are going to just miss the tree or clear it. Of course, all the limbs will pass right through, hopefully. If not, we'll go delimit. But looks like they're gonna be able to phase just right through. Hello, I am on multiplayer. This is a multiplayer server that I have going on with a few of my friends that sadly are not around right now, as it's super early. Yes, this is modded. It is cross-platform compatible though. Of course, as my girlfriend plays on her PlayStation 5. And for that, you're going to have to join the Discord, my friend. So join the Discord. Come hang out. Come meet the folks. And we'll get it going with ya here in due time. But the reason why we do it through Discord is just simply as it allows us to know who people are a little bit better and get to know when they're available to be able to get on. So yeah, come join the Discord. We're a bunch of misfits. Everyone gets along together, but yeah, we'd love to have you. Basically, the server is kind of a first come first serve. We have 5 slots, and we have 4 that are fairly active. So we do actually have a free slot on. So if you want to come claim that last slot, we'd be more than happy to have you come and hang out. I've already forgot. I cut. Oh, looked like it had been cut already. It had been cut. I just can't lift it. You joined. Eyes. I do see you. Let me give you some rolls real fast. The Wanderer's roll right there. And yeah. We'll, oh, crap. Actually, you know what? It's not the right one. Give me the right one before it falls off. Not the right one? I have no mic? It's okay. Operator Nova doesn't either. Well, she does have a mic. It's just that she's in the background of me. So if we're talking, then we echo, and it's never a good time. So, the trailer's moving. Why is the trailer moving? But yeah, let me post all of the information up on the Discord real fast. Or actually, I'll just grab your friend. I'll add you as a friend. I'll jump you into a deal real fast with the guys. Figure out where all the guys are. Actually, I'll just do it this way. Add you on to here we go. This is County. All right, let me go grab the password and all of that real quick, because I believe this is the name. I think it should be, at least. Let me look real fast. Yeah, that should be the name. And we're not doing that. Yeah, never mind. All right. Yeah, we're not doing that. So you are, yeah. Nope. And also, no. Okay. We're not doing that. All right, back to doing what we were doing. Oh, that trailer is super not happy. All right, we might have to sell this really quick. All right. And I can do this as well. Thank you for reminding me. Yeah, we're not doing that. I've ran 5M communities. I've done a lot of stuff, and one of those things were swearing into the United States Marine Corps back in 2019, 2018. One thing that they did really well, and I personally thank them for, is allowing me to be able to read people really easily. And if that's going to be your first impression within the server, that, yeah, you're not going to be mature enough to be with my group. That and the fact that I wouldn't really have an issue with not having... Open your door. Open your door. How about... No. That just ain't gonna happen. Simple as that. But no. If you're not gonna be mature, then the dark humor and that kind of crap that my friends and I have, it ain't gonna be the right place for you, buddy. So, appreciate you coming in, then howdy, but yeah, our group ain't gonna be the right fit for you. Like, I'll be very honest, I'll be very blunt. We're a band of misfits. We are all a bunch of people that in one way or another got kind of denied access to the military, but we still went and tried it. I tried it twice. I've got the picture proof for it. Sadly, of course, I didn't go through basic as I've got bad back, I've got bad hips, I got a whole bunch of fucking issues with my body, so I ended up not going. And the fact that realistically I just wasn't in the best mental wasn't in the best mental state either. So probably really good that I didn't go. But I still did a year, roughly, as a pulley for the Marine Corps. No, it wasn't a year. It was probably 5-6 months, though. Being with them every other month during COVID, where everybody, you know, we were all sick and tired of shit, life, just in general. So, I'll be blunt. It ain't that kind of guy. We're not that type of group, though. But what we're looking for is quite literally someone to pick up that fifth and be willing to kind of be okay to kind of share it with another mate of ours. But yeah, I mean, slots open for people that actually want to, you know, be mature and not be sending dumb crap in a group chat. So if that fits your fancy and you won't come join, you're more than free to do so. course, if you guys are wanting to join, then of course you guys are gonna be joining at the perfect time, because this is episode 1 of our season 2. Well, technically season 2. It's actually season 1 of this, but season 2. Stuff we've been doing here on my, of course, YouTube channel, and of course right here on Twitch, where you guys are on YouTube. Again, appreciate you guys hanging out on YouTube, but if you guys want to catch these live, come swing over by Twitch. It's always a ride of a time, always a good time. We'd love to have you over here, coming and hanging out. We don't bite over here, I promise. Well, I should say majority of us don't bite. Some do nibble, but it's just their way to show you love that you made it over from YouTube to the dark side. Let's pick this guy up. Oh my god. Giants, you really need to fix your picking up mechanic of this game, because it's really, really sloppy. That's actually like the one reason why I don't do logging anymore, is just simply because I got fed up trying to pick up logs and being super gentle with it, and then you'll go flying across the map. So that'd be awesome for it to get fixed. Let's see. Oh. Might as well throw that strap there too. These nice and long. I know these are going to be the bottom of this here. And we're actually starting to get to the top of this tree, so we can actually start longer too, as we are starting to narrow down. Hopefully the game will be okay with that and not feel like I'm caring too much. Perfect. Not going to hate me. Oh crap. Almost knocked my trailer over. Also, the fact that this tree has that kind of crook into it made it perfect for trailer, and how I have this all squared away. Very cool. And I'm gonna say that top of it's gone. No, it's not. Perfect. Oop. Throwing that into the tires of my trailer again. Oh boy. Go on. Up and in, please. There we go. That's gonna... it should be alright. I don't think it should drag too badly. A little bit longer than I actually anticipated. I love the curving of the trees. One thing, Giants, you guys did really, really neat with, or a really neat job, is not all trees are perfectly straight. Super, super cool. See, all right, I'm actually going to do that, which auto unstrapped everything, which another thing I'm gonna kind of complain about just a little bit, but not for a long time. Put that back into the back of the gator. And we are needing to find another nice tree. I don't want to cut down any of these trees out here. These American, or never mind, that's just an oak. But I don't want to cut down any nice, pretty trees. I want to get rid of some of these trees that look like they're dying or dead. A lot of these trees are actually a big risk. Having trees where they only have foliage up top is it's really bad because wind catches it, and that's what makes trees snap in half. So we're actually doing everybody a favor by cutting these down. Actually, give it a little bit of an angle. Hopefully that doesn't catch the gator. Timber. Perfect. All right. We'll flip the gator around, or whatever you want to call it, side by side gator, whatever. But we'll flip this sucker around. We'll get to lemon the pine tree that we just cut down here. All right, perfect. So this fine white tree is a lodgepole pine, native out of North America. I have no idea. Just smiling out, lads. I actually don't know. I could be wrong. I could be right. I actually do not know where lodgepole pine come from. Actually, you know what? Whoop. Again, don't mean to do that. I mean to alt-tab out of the game. I'm actually gonna lodgepole tree. They, of course, are a pine tree. Common pine in Western North America. So I was right. It is a North American tree, funny enough. To be totally honest, when I downloaded this map, I really didn't look too far into if it said if it were North American, Britain, whatever. I didn't look. Honest to God, I didn't. I looked at the map, saw that it had a lot of place for us to make our own fields, which is one thing that our farmer, Mr. Ryan, is going to have to do on his own, is he's going to be creating a lot of his own fields. There are a few fields on this. I believe there's 4, but they're basically on the opposite corners of each other, which is awesome, because it means that he's not going to be able to buy up all of the fields and be able to work them. It will mean that if someone else down the road wants to get into the farming, that they sure can, but they'll not get the better of the fields, just simply because, of course, Ryan is going to get the first choice, as he is our designated first farmer. So more than likely, he's going to go down to, more than likely, the northwest, and he's going to get that filled up there. Up at number 1 or even number 9, which actually, him taking number 9 wouldn't be that bad of a deal, or even 39. 39 would actually be kind of neat because he's got the water holes and stuff in case we activate the Highlands DLC where you can do fishing and that kind of stuff, because I believe, yeah, we do not. So we do not have the fishing stuff, and that's just simply because I don't think Nova has the Highlands DLC on her uh her PlayStation. So we are trying to keep it where the DLCs that we do have are either ones that Giants have given to us, like the Straw DLC, which was freely given to everybody, which was super neat. Thank you, Giants, for doing that. Super awesome of you. But yeah, the Highlands DLC was not a free one, so it'd be neat to be able to do, because I would love to do a series where I just do fishing in the fishing hatcheries and all that. I think that'd be really cool to be able to do, but sadly, as of right now, we do not have access to a good bit of the DLCs, which here hopefully within the next month or two, we are going to actually be buying a ton of the DLCs for myself and Nova as we get paid, and hopefully I can get into my new job, so we'll be able to afford to be able to buy the DLCs, and then we'll be able to run all the DLCs that Giants has put out over the year, whatever that Farming Sim has been out. I think it's only been a year. Funny enough. Actually, I don't even know if it's been a year. But regardless, that is what we're gonna do. Is once we have the money, we're gonna buy the mods or the DLCs, and she's gonna get a little bit of time on single player, because she's not been doing a lot of the games that she used to with a bunch of her friends. I'm gonna hope, and I'm gonna try to talk her into doing some single player shenanigans where when I'm not doing stuff with the guys, or she's not doing stuff with her, and we can mess about on the PlayStation 5 and do a map, where play on this map and use the mods that we're using for this, because it doesn't have a ton of storage on her PlayStation. But instead of doing Hotshot stuff, she'll be able to actually do the forestry and all that kind of stuff, learn herself how everything works, because she's played a little bit of, I believe, 17, I believe is what year it is, 16 or 17, and she's played a little bit of 25 year with us, but not enough that she's learned all of the nuances of Farming 25, just simply because they added a lot of the really nice self-driving, the cruise control, the auto steering and all that, which has been super awesome. But it's just more key buttons that people have to learn when they're moving over from the older farming sims, which is a-okay. It's not that bad of an issue. We have nothing but time and nothing but patience for people to learn if they want to jump in and hang out. That, and the cool thing is, if they don't necessarily care to learn at a really fast pace, they can go and do logging with Mr. Liam, aka Jake Anders, or they can do some Hotshot trucking with myself and Sav. So you have some pretty neat little options to kind of do what you want to do, and then if you're doing stuff like this where of course, at the point you're jumping in and joining us, you guys will be jumping into something a little bit more established. Hopefully by that time we'll have gotten a fair few hours into the server and gotten established, but you'll be able to learn certain aspects of the game by way of either the trucking and hauling and that kind of stuff, and learning how equipment go on trailers, so forth and so on, and getting to learn your actual equipment by way of taking orders and all that of deliveries. So you could really quickly learn your different tractors and the differences between your planters and your seeders, that kind of fun stuff. And of course, this is stuff that you guys will see me do year round, and throughout this season and this survival is whenever the logging company gets set up where he has more than just one vehicle that he can drive around in. I'm actually going to be doing a lot of logging and that kind of stuff with Mr. Anders, because the really cool thing is logging and that kind of stuff you can basically do year round, and you have a certain area that you can only grow trees in, but you can cut trees down and do that basically, like I said, year round. So it's not like crops where you have only a select time where you have to get stuff done, or your stuff will wither away or whatnot. So pretty neat. I do like that they gave you something that you could do without having to worry about longevity of, like, oh, if I'm on a multiplayer server like this one and I'm not around, or I can't be around, will I come back to the game being a year later or whatever, and all of my crops being withered? So our farmer, being Mr. Ryan, he's actually a gentleman that is around a good bit. So we've decided that he was going to be the one to do the actual farming this go around, as I took lead of the last season 1. So if I come around and I am a hired hand, then I will be being bossed around by actual owner of the farm, that being, of course, Mr. Ryan, or Taylor, or also just Joyner. So Mr. Joyner. So that'll be really cool. I I'm really looking forward to see how everyone does their own thing, because it's fairly often that we all get just stuck working underneath me, or they all get stuck working underneath me, and they basically are just doing what I want them to do instead of them doing what they want to do. So it'll be really, really nice to be able to see everyone else kind of start doing their own thing, stretching their feathers, and yeah, doing their own thing, which would be really cool. But yeah, we are $20,000. So I am in a position where I can tell I'm not gonna have enough wood. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. That's not good. Cause that tree's really small. That's dead. Looking around on my actual property. And yeah, we have 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 more trees that we can cut down. Which is really not a lot. So that's gonna be an issue. And we have really nice forestry stuff in case you guys are wondering. Really, really nice forestry. Gold. The hell? Okay. Odd. Very odd. But got the chains on it for, of course, you know, winter and all that kind of crap. Got the nice twin tires, wide tires with the weights and crap. So standard high friction. What? Okay. Non-farming edition. 5,000. The highest you're gonna go is 500 on a tractor. Winch, bull bar required. We have the bull bar. That gives you an actual winch. Very nice. Actually, a 6-ton winch too. Very cool. So that's neat. I like it. I like the fin. Tractors. And then of course we have a bunch of uh John Deere stuff. Little 7R. the Gen 2 with the tractor or the actual tracks. That's awesome as hell to see. Get some fenders up in here. Full animations are basic. Full, of course. The John Deere. Front loader attacher. That's cool. We have a large tractor that has a front loader. Cool. That's actually really, really cool. That's something in our last series that has been cut. We didn't have a lot of tractors that had front loaders or front loader attachments. Even that guy has a front loader attachment. Very cool. Very, very cool. So, even these guys down here. I love these old tractors. Comfort series. Ooh. Very comfortable. Oh, wow. That's cool. But, extra lights. Front loader. Attachment on this guy? Heck yeah. Except for we don't have any attachments for that guy apparently. We do have it for this guy. You're gonna be a little bit newer, but hey, got your front attached. You got them for these guys. But we won't need anything too big. Later down the road. We're gonna just rock with something kind of like this, in all honesty. But I have my eyes on a tractor down here, right here. The 3650 John Deere. 45K. Got 116 horsepower. Exactly what I need. But yeah. Outside of that, we not a lot I can buy. Stop by forestry. John Deere. I think this thing is cool as hell. Interior carpet. Who would put interior carpet in a tractor? Like, if you know someone that has interior carpet on a tractor, let me know. Let me find them. Let me at them. I want to ask them questions. Okay. I like how I'm looking at crap. I don't have the money for anything. I just want a mower. All I want is a mower. And I have the money for a mower. I just... Sadly, none of these work. So that sucks. That was kind of our way into doing mowing at a cheap cost. But that didn't work. Even that's 35,000, and even this all didn't work. And I'll attempt this. I highly doubt that this will work, because everything else I've tried hasn't worked. But I'll keep hope. No. Push mower over here. And yeah, if this doesn't work, then it's just simply because I need the mod. The real grass cutting, and then I could even try to go look for the real lumberjack deal and see if they're cross-platform. I doubt they are, because I believe the last time I looked, they weren't. But I could be wrong. Or they're not cross-platform, not that they're not multiplayer. I don't think they're cross-platform, sorry. Correct my statement there. But yeah, I don't think they're cross-platform capable. So we'll see. We're gonna just pick it up and we'll just carry it. Carry it very gently. One more toss. Well, one more toss. Oh, it's flying. All right, we're good. Uh, what's the point of having the grass catcher? We'll it don't work. So, yeah, gonna have to go find the mod for grass cutting. Oh well. It was an idea. Actually, what I'm gonna do, guys, is we're gonna split this up into two episodes. Or this live stream. So, sadly for you guys here on Twitch, just simply because this is how I am doing it, I'm gonna have to end this stream because it is over 2 hours already. And I do want to keep these about 2 hours-ish, 2.5 hours-ish for YouTube. Just so people can watch them while, you know, they're eating or whatever. But they're not like 3 hours long. So, with that being said, I'm going to get out of here. I'm going to go find some mods, the grass cutting mods, the lumberjack mods, that kind of stuff, and see if in episode 2, we will be able to get a good amount of money going by way of the nice green stuff that we are standing in, the grass for silage. But with that being said, thank you all for watching. I love you. We'll see you all next time. Take care.